This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net, Danger Entertainment Network podcasts.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
See you later.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
There is somebody inside this temple who is looking to do harm to us.
Brother Crunt.
No, please.
Hello, Brother Xanatar. You've got my back, haven't you?
Put the temple on lockdown. Interview everyone under a zone of truth.
I think we should just get out of here. I'm not going to lie.
The objectives are the Shard and Axeborn. We might not get to both.
I don't think the mouse trick's a good idea the second time round.
Looks like we found our rat.
Fate.
The adventure continues now.
Hey Dan, we haven't spoken to the Dangerlings in a while.
Well, we have now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast. You like that?
First time.
Little bit of unison.
That was.
Yeah, one go.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we tried to do the Proclaimers cover?
Fucking hell.
And people nearly died.
Winner we cup.
Oh no.
Technically April's first episode.
Where you know you're going to the bee. I still wake up angry thinking about that. I wake up laughing in bed.
Is it a bee?
Oh, good
great, man.
times.
Oh, we were speaking to Miles at Comic Con the other day. Big up, Miles.
I mean,
Miles
say the other day we were talking.
it was
months ago.
Months ago.
6 months ago.
I just remembered.
You never
My brain's not that
Comic-Con.
good. So, Miles was saying a really interesting thing. Him and some of his friends who also listen to the Danger Club podcast. Big up, all of you. Was saying it would be really fun for us to play different characters, like who could play each other's characters. So, for instance, Ross could play Shania and Drum. You get the idea, right? And and Miles is just saying that they all didn't know who could play who, but there was a resounding decision, wasn't there, Scott, that they told us about, and they said that they thought I, as in Colin, could play Caragor. They just all went, that would work.
Well, Caragor's a good two-dimensional character. There's nothing to him, It's just...
You just dissed both me and Scott.
I'm real proud of that. High five. High five. Anyone?
He's sitting between them both, by the way, guys. Looking for high fives.
Just
he's
gonna
never
be
going to
Within
get.
punching distance.
I never get the high fives.
And you wonder
I'm joking.
why.
I'm joking.
You wonder why.
Because it's James's house, we can't say anything. He's like the kid at school that has the football but won't let you play.
He's
Do
the
you know what I mean?
Cartman
He's like,
of this group.
You had
What you're saying.
you had a kid at school who had a football that wouldn't let you play.
No, it's just like that kid that's like, no, it's my
mine.
football.
Yeah, James is exactly
so-
right.
Wow,
Yeah,
no,
James is
I
exactly
I couldn't afford footballs.
It's the thing I love about when we do long.
I thought we were going to go into like James's memory there. There was going to be some Italian music.
Yeah, but just down
Back
this
in the old
railroad
country
over
of
my
Tunbridge Wells.
reminisce.
Yeah, this
Sorry,
is
tell us
Sorry,
about the time
reminisce.
you had no football in Tunbridge Wells. That sounds like a fascinating story.
It was rough, wasn't it? School of Hard Knocks, that
No
wasn't it?
one knows
James.
what it's like to not have a football.
I tell you what, no, I used to
In
like
Tunbridge Wells.
in Tunbridge Wells
With privilege.
Do you know, I didn't have a new toy for years and years and years because I had so many older brothers and cousins and all that sort of stuff. Everything was hand-me-down.
Oh, a wealth of toys, eh? Whoa, back in my day.
But it was all toys. It was like cars with like corgi cars with no wheels. That's what I used to play with quite a lot and stuff like that.
The hammy toys were made of 24 karat gold. I don't want this 24 karat gold.
I had
It has no wheels.
back when I was a kid, my two favourite toys was a toy of Spider-Man that you can move the arms of, and the Power Rangers Zord from the Power Rangers film that went out, like sort of like ninja-y one. Where they sort of got in and I used to make them fight, and it was cool.
Did you ever have the Power Ranger one that you flicked their head and their mask? They had one head with a mask, and then you flicked it, and then they demasked. I had the yellow one. That was cool. I also had a Action Man stealth bomber. You pressed a button, and then this little bike came out the bottom of the stealth bomber. It's fucking.
That's because you come from bollocks generation of Action Man, when Action Man's not even...
Like, all my Action Men had the Kung Fu grip, but like they were the only bits made of rubber, and they would always like flake in the sun, so it looked like he had a terrible, terrible condition of hands. And all the Action Men was like going about and no feet.
I used
the feet
to make
would always fall off.
little weird stories. I cut one of their hands off and like put bandage around it and was like, he had his hand blown off. And yeah,
that's pretty good story. I used to have
That's a cool story, bro.
I used to sit all of mine around a table and have them have like a peace summit where they discuss the differences. But the thing was, there was always a skeleton in the table that would burst up out of the table and I'd have to fight the skeleton. I only had one skeleton. I figured the skeleton was a more legitimate threat, so they wouldn't fight each other in a world where skeletons exist.
This is why the ossuary happened.
Right? I'm quite ahead of the game on this stuff.
The Americans have Action Men?
It's coming.
G.I. Joe, right?
It's G.I.
Whereas
Joe.
we here had Action Man as a thing on its own for like ages and ages, and then kind of when I was a kid and when a couple of us were kids, we had sort of the G.I. Joe Action Man thing came out where they made like doll-sized G.I. Joe. Yeah, so there was a Snake Eyes and a Duke, and that, which is like a sort of that was like Action Man coming back, and then after that you got just a ridiculous Doctor Doom superhero Malibu Beach Barbie Action Man where he's driving around in his car and fighting space monsters, and you know it's not an army thing. So we were kind of like this weird middle ground Action Man that wasn't like the classic one with the millions of military hardware things and the weird eagle eyes that you could move around. But they weren't these.
Yeah.
So
and his blue thermal pants.
We were like the Star Wars reissues. So we weren't the prequels and we weren't the original trilogy. We were the new ones that came out with the kind of the weird music video in Return of the Jedi. I think we were that of Action Man.
I know, like, we're almost the same age. Like, you're only a little bit younger than I am, and I have no idea what you're talking about. All of mine were the old hand-me-down.
That's because you grew up in Tunbridge Wells, which is 20 years behind.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I met on a gig a guy who played Action Man at like kids' parties and stuff. He was.
Wow. Did he have eagle eyes?
No, he was like this 6 foot.
Did he have blue pants he couldn't take off?
He was like this 6 foot tall, like permatanned Liverpudlian with this like gel stuck up hair. He was really friendly and massive, but always a little bit on the edge. Like, one of the first things he did was tell me that he was Action Man and then show me a load of pictures. Now, to be fair, he looked fucking amazing in his Action Man get-up, and his kids and other kids must have thought he was basically God when he turned up. But man, he looks sad.
God.
No. Inside, you know.
This is going to be a Kinder Eggs thing again.
Dangerlings, please do get on the Discord, do get on any social networks, and just let us know what your favourite toy was, because we'd like to know.
Biker Mice from
Mars.
Mars.
He-Man. I had a He-Man, like there was that came in a package. Like my dad brought it back from when he was away somewhere, and like it had Skeletor and He-Man in it, and they had like chest pieces, right, which were like normal, and then if you hit it went round and it got one scar on it. Hit it again, got 2 scars on it, which meant he was dead, and you could make them fight. And if they hit the chest, then you go flick flick.
Amazing,
love that.
Do you know what one of my favourite toys for ages, which I bothered my parents to buy, was a My Little Pony.
Nice.
A little yellow one.
Man.
Yeah, I just really wanted My Little Pony. Made a little stable for it. Yeah.
I can remember going around like cousins' houses and seeing their like Barbie doll houses and like all of the stuff they had there for things, and me with my one Action Man. I can remember thinking, this is bullshit. How come boys don't get like a house and stuff that these like?
What does Action Man do when he's not on campaign? Like he just goes home to what? Nothing.
Yeah. Where does he go after the peace conference?
He's Liverpudlian, who's dead inside.
He goes to Liverpool to visit his kids from his estranged wife.
Looking around with his eagle eyes at his sad life.
Every now and then there's a corporate gig for promotions and that kind of stuff.
Birthdays.
No one knows what it's like
to be Action Man from Liverpool with my eagle eyes.
We didn't settle on a last bit.
We all had our own one.
Very Danger Club to go all different ways.
So far, so Danger Club.
Speaking of Danger Club going all the different ways.
Oh, so you lot get to talk about your toys and I don't? Whoa.
You're from Wistful, mate. You play with lobster. Yeah.
Chucking
Sorry, Colin, you play with your toys every time, you know. You got your
Right,
little.
go on,
your little
Colin, what
launch
was
pad,
yours?
You make a little noises.
Yeah, it's true.
What was your favourite childhood toy?
Optimus Prime.
Oh, what did you go on as Prime?
I know, I was pretty lucky with
Actually, to be fair, like you said about mates, just what I was thinking, like Chris Brown, who was my mate, he had all the toys. You know, was that mate who had
Chris
Brown, yeah.
You are so privileged.
No, Christopher Brown.
That's his name.
That's
Chris Brown.
Well, it was a different one, all right? He was very small and ginger.
Chris's by calling them Christopher. They're all called Christopher.
But yeah, he had all the toys, all the Star Wars, all the Optimus Prime, stuff like that.
Wait, they're all called. Does it mean like Chris Cross is Christopher Cross? Because that just
Christopher Cross is going to make you jump, Joe.
There's a guy called Christopher Cross, you know.
There is,
right?
yeah,
Christopher
Cross,
Cross,
yeah.
he's amazing as well.
He's amazing. Like,
and he's
We're
and he
so
got-
going
What are we on about? What are we talking about?
This is the episode today, guys. We basically found out we got ourselves into an unwinnable position last week. So now
we're just going to chat
filibustering this fucking score.
This is like the conversation
know
we had
it,
about like
Christopher.
running down the lesson with the teacher, being like, "Yeah, we're not going to do this today. Can we watch a video?"
fucking do what you want, mate.
MTV ruined him. Anyway, that's what
one
I'm gonna
last
say.
thing.
Yeah, true.
The best thing about Chris Cross, the one song "Jump" includes the bridge line. Some people try to rhyme, but they can't rhyme like this. From that point on, there are no rhymes in the song.
He goes on to say, I'm the miggity Mac Daddy, and then he rhymes that with I'm the miggity Mac Daddy.
Yeah, that's just
Daddy and
repetition.
Daddy
Daddy
rhymes.
rhymes with Daddy. Well, Engarthis wants to be your daddy. Let's find out how that plays out.
We held him off.
Determined to kill us.
Held him off for a good 20 minutes there,
Good
guys.
try.
Well done.
Yeah,
well
it was
done.
good.
My God,
Good
I have not rolled initiative in so long.
All right, here we go.
I've got my tracker out. I'm excited. Your lies have begun to fall apart as finally things start to go to pit. That's not a phrase.
Go to Pit Pot.
They go to Pit the Elder.
I mean, it is. Yeah.
Thank you, Drummond.
They either go to pit or you bark off. Do you know what I mean?
I genuinely never heard the expression "bark off."
Bark out. You have to bark out.
Bark out.
You bark in.
Jog on, mate.
Sometimes you bark
Sorry,
out.
that's one. Jog on.
You bark it all about.
So,
You've left your bark.
Okay, dog.
So we are currently in the Chamber of Delights, deep in the basement of the Temple of Razmir. So you went down, used your key to get through to where the snake pit was, and this time you crossed the bridge, or Shania, as a mouse, crossed the bridge and snuck under the door into what you thought might have been somewhere where they were keeping something really valuable. But it turns out maybe there is something valuable in there, but at the moment all you can see are pillows, cushions, and now a door opening and your friends being shoved into the room behind you. So Caragor and Fulton, you have just been pushed into the room. Walking into the room behind you are Engarthis and 4 of the priests. A reminder that Velda and Bubba, along with the bag containing most of the weapons, are back down the corridor in the bedrooms. So first thing I want, before we get right into this, I want perception checks from Velda and Bubba. Roll good, gentlemen.
14.
21.
14 is 21. Thank goodness for Bubba. Bubba, while you're hanging out in the bedroom, you hear a commotion, peer out the door, and you see 4 priests, Engarthis, Caragor, and Fulton hustling down the stairs and through the doorway that you know that Shania just went as a
Right.
mouse.
Are there any guards in the corridor at the moment?
No, the guards that were in the corridor are part of that group that have gone in.
I'm going to message Velda, even though he's only just in the
No,
room.
that's fine because you messed. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just going to step out through the door.
Okay.
And say, "Hi, Velda,
Yes.
get out here, bring the bag, do it sly. They're being taken.
I don't really understand what you said, but I'm going to follow you with the bag.
Let's do it."
Yes.
Caragor and Fulton, they've been taken. I don't know. We just got to go.
Taken?
We just got.
I'm not going to say I told them so, but
Get the bag and
I'm coming with the bag.
I think you did tell him you told us.
I did. I said it was a step too far about like pushing all the traitory things.
Yeah, don't draw attention.
Okay.
Well, it's recorded, Scott, so you can listen to the last episode and find
start.
out.
He will.
He
Why
will.
not?
He will. Oh, I know.
Yeah, James won't.
They walk down. So you two start walking down the corridor towards where everyone is gathered, towards where the people went. They have not shut the doors behind them, so those doors are open, so you're able to get up to the door.
Right.
And if you peer through, you see down the end of the corridor the backs of the people standing there. So Fulton and Caragor, you are shoved into the room. Shania, you are there as well, currently in mouse form, but you were just in the room when they walked in.
And I see them walk in, right?
Yeah.
I immediately run for Engarthis' leg and climb up his leg as a mouse into his pants.
Okay.
The safest place you could be.
Run for his pants.
Yeah.
As soon as you bolt for it, Engarthis just goes, "Get that mouse!"
Catch the mouse.
And I can't believe that's how we're starting it, but we're going to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Excellent.
He had a speech planned, and you went straight for his balls.
Afraid so.
All right.
We had perception to that, didn't we?
Yes. You had your perception, yep. Unfortunately, it's that's where we're at now. There's nothing else to be rolled for it. All right.
Shit, we're just going to have to kill everyone in this room.
Maybe.
You absolutely positively. Caragor, what have you got?
20.
A 20 for Caragor slots in there. Velda?
28.
20.
Natural 20 on the dice.
Goes right up the top. Bubba von Hoops?
14.
Fulton?
17.
And Shania Rain?
21.
A 21. We have our initiative order. And I can tell you, the first person to act is, unsurprisingly, Velda Cairnblight.
Right, so they've left the doors open.
So you have in front of you a passageway. They've left the doors. There are two doors between you and them, but they're both open. You're about 45 feet down the corridor. At the end of it is the doorway that they're all standing in. At the back of the group, currently are two priests standing side by side. It's wide enough, the corridor, for two people. You've got two priests with their backs to you, and beyond them you can see there is a room where things seem to be sort of filing forwards into that room currently, and it seems like the action is in that room. You have 3 actions. What's the plan?
Okay, what I'm going to do is... So my move action can be to move 30 feet, can't it?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, if I wanted to, can I move 3 times?
Yeah.
Just stag it. I'm not going to do that, however.
Okay.
I'm going to run forward 30 feet.
Okay.
And then at the people... So the people, they are on the edge of the snake pit, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yes. So I am going to run 30 feet, and then I'm going to cast Gust of Wind.
Ooh.
See if I can get this party started.
Hello there. Right, so that's a reflex save, is it?
So this is a 60-foot line, and it's going to come straight along the path. It'll basically hitting, by the sounds of it, all of those priests in the back.
Yep.
It is a fortitude save.
A fortitude save.
Yes,
okay.
it is.
And what's the DC on that?
The DC will be... is it my spell DC?
It's your spell save DC.
20.
Okay. Wow. That's really good. So, one of them passes. One of them fails. And there's only another third one that you can get with that line. One of them's already on his way into the room. One of them just passes. So it's 1 fail and two successes. What do they mean?
So a failure means that one is knocked prone.
Okay.
Is it the one on the edge of the pit? Does it get knocked into the pit?
He gets a natural 20 on his acrobatics check. He's knocked prone, but he manages to hold on to the edge.
Fucking
so he's
hell.
knocked into the pit.
Never
does
One
day it's going to, and it'll be great.
One day it will. Right. And now, however...
So it's a success, not a critical success, though.
It is. No, that's a success. So they can't move against the wind.
Okay.
But it would push them forward.
That's good. The wind is kind of pushing them. They're going to struggle to get back into the room. You've kind of cut the group off.
I thought we did some damage. Sorry, that's boring. I have to cut
I don't. Not on a save. It won't. It will do say. I believe,
and it doesn't. It doesn't even do any damage. I think that's something
fine.
else.
But on a success, he still can't move forward. It's a critical success, and he's been moved forward. Okay, that's good. So you've suppressed them. You've knocked one of them prone. It's 3 actions, isn't it? So that's all you've got.
That is yes.
That
was my 3 actions.
Which means it is the priest's go. So they are taken completely by surprise. One of them, the one that's in the room, has an obvious course of action. He takes a swing at the mouse with his sword.
Who is currently up.
Who is running for him, because as soon as you started running, everyone rolled initiative. Remember, it's not Snap, it's Pathfinder.
All right.
We do keep forgetting that.
That's what initiative is.
Snap!
Initiative is when one person goes, everyone goes. Who reacts quickest?
I mean, that is the tagline for Pathfinder 2E. It's not Snap.
It's not Snap.
It's not Snap.
So as soon as you ran, everyone went for their weapons. And these guys were quicker than you off the draw. So the first one is going to take an attack against you in your mouse form.
Ah, Christ.
Mousey
I don't know
form.
what my stuff is in my mouse form, actually.
Okay. Well, I think this is going to hit you anyway. It hits you for 15 points of damage as he stabs you as you run past. So you had to move up to do that. And then he is going to attempt an athletics check to grab you. Which he fails. So he stabs you, tries to grab you, but you wriggle past him. That's one of the ones in the room. The one who's on the floor stands up and tries to push his way into the room. Makes his athletics check and is able to kind of push through the wind and stagger into the room and get close enough he looks around everything, and he goes for Fulton.
Oh, I thought he was knocked down into the snake pit.
No, he was knocked prone in the square he was in. He wasn't knocked
rolled
backwards.
a natural 20.
Yeah, I made him roll an acrobatics to
Right.
avoid falling, and he got a natural 20 on it. So he fell over, but he's
my whole
got 2
plan.
moments
That
to
was
get
my
in.
plan.
Yeah.
He got to get more than 22 or equal.
He gets exactly 22.
Nice.
And
Nice.
hits Fulton for 6 points of damage, piercing damage, as he thrusts his sword at you. And then we've got 2 more. One of them turns around. These 2 can't push through the wind, so they can't go forward, so they have to turn back. They've only got 1 target if they turn back, and that is Velda Chemlight. So they are both going to move up. One of them is going to take an attack against Velda. Natural 20.
Of course.
Have you missed this dice? Haven't you missed this beautiful neon yellow dice? So that is going to be...
It's actually pronounced Neo.
It's actually pronounced Neil.
Yeah.
pair of 1s, which is the good news, giving you a total of 7 points of damage as he attacks you.
He can do this all day.
No, I can't.
He can't do this all day.
I can't even do this half the morning.
About an hour, maybe.
Maybe half an hour tops.
Half an hour.
Yes.
I could do this for half an hour.
I could do it for about a minute more.
His buddy moves up and attempts to bull rush you. So it's an athletics check.
Bull rush.
He gets a natural 1.
Yeah.
Does that mean he just flies into the wall and then damages himself?
I tell you what, have yourself
A
Merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay.
I might not
You tried to bull rush a wizard fool.
I'm tempted not to give you that now. Just for that.
No, you started. You
I was-
can't.
I started saw finish. Get an athletics check.
Yes.
Since it's a natural 1.
Oh, it's not a good one. Athletics?
Yes,
Oh,
athletics.
10.
10, no good. He kind of shoves at you, you shove back at him, but you achieve nothing. Okay, that is the priest's go. Caragor, it's your go. In the room with you is Engarthis and 1 priest.
Cool. And Fulton's to my side, right? And the mouse.
So no, two priests and Engarthis. One is fighting Fulton. One is trying to fight the mouse. Engarthis is currently, he hasn't acted yet. He's standing in the doorway.
And where is the snake pit in relation to us?
Snake pit is through the door behind Engarthis. So you would have to, and there are other, you would, maybe if you could shove Engarthis back into the wind. How long does the column of wind last for, James?
It's 1 round.
Oh, doing 1 round. Okay, yeah. So if you shoved him backwards and then you kept shoving him, you might be able to get him back there, but...
You'd be pushing against the wind, though, because it's coming through the door.
No, it's pushing the other way. You could push him into it, and it might drag him backwards.
I was going to say, what's the effect if someone gets pushed into that wind? Does he get?
It's only 1 round, not 1 turn, isn't it?
It's 1 round, yeah. So
it will last until your next turn.
Yes, so
okay,
it's still
there. Yeah, so there's still.
So what would happen? What would happen if I pushed someone into that column of wind?
They would have to make a fortitude save. On a critical failure, they'd be knocked prone and take damage. On a failure, they would be knocked prone and potentially. In this case,
anyone who's knocked prone
pit.
near the edge, I'm making them roll to see if they fall in.
Cool. Well, I'm going to try and do that.
Okay.
Caragor levels his shoulder at someone and charges them.
So the person standing in the doorway is Engarthis, your BFF.
Oh. I mean, I think he knows by now.
I think he knows, yeah.
If we could...
The jig is well and truly up.
All right.
Danny Carragher.
It's an athletics check, right?
It's an athletics check.
Danny.
It's a 28 total.
A 28 total makes it.
Is it a crit?
It is not a crit.
Oh, come on a 28.
You bull rush him. You do knock him backwards into the... you lower your shoulder and just ram into him. He goes backwards into the thing, and he needs to make a fortitude save.
Yes, he does.
On that, he gets a 26.
Sake.
He passes. He's knocked in thing below. You have 2 actions left, Caragor.
Who else is nearby?
Who else is nearby? You've got there's a guard right within reach of you who is attacking the mouse, and there's another one a bit further in the room who's fighting Fulton.
Great. I'm gonna grapple the mouse attacking guard.
Okay, go ahead and make.
I thought you were going to say I'm gonna grapple the mouse.
Yeah. 27.
27.
Yeah.
That
Caragor's good at judo.
That does get him. You have him grappled, so you grab him with one arm and start wrestling around with him.
Okay. Is that 1 action or 2 actions?
That's 1 action.
With the other action, can I convince him to drop his weapon, or can I break his neck?
You can certainly try to do some unarmed damage to him. You don't have full control over him to break his neck.
Okay.
Quite that powerful.
That's cool.
So which one would you like to do? Do you want to try and intimidate him, or do you want to try and inflict damage on him?
I'd like to intimidate him, please.
Okay, go ahead.
I'd like to whisper in his ear. Actually, I'm going to roll first. Yeah, that's a 23.
Okay.
I'm going to whisper, I'm Danny Carragher, chosen of Rasmir. I fought a pit snake by myself, and with a bit of Fulton's help, and I will carve a bloody path through you and the rest of the family unless you drop your weapon now.
Okay, he is shaken. He is frightened. So he gains the frightened 1 condition. You have successfully intimidated him. See,
Would you like the frightened?
No, because I actually kept the frightened card here because you guys go to the intimidation well so often that I thought I'll just keep the card there.
That's probably wise.
My monsters are permanently afraid of you. Okay, so you grab him. You start struggling with him, and he is now grappled and he is intimidated. I will have the grappled card if you've got that one.
Okay, I'll get that right now.
So it is now Shania Mouse Reigns go. What are you going to do?
So I climb up that guy's leg who attacked me.
Okay, so the guy who attacked you or Engarthis? So Engarthis has now been... Engarthis is who you were running for.
That's right, yeah.
He got hit with Caragor's now run in and shoulder blocked him away from you into the wind. Okay. There is another guy who is one of the priests who just stabbed you.
Right, okay. I was going for Engarthis. I'm still going for Engarthis, I think.
Okay.
So I run up his leg, into his pants, and get his nutsack between my teeth.
Amazing. Right. I need...
Tiny bitey nutsack.
Tiny bitey nutsack. Tiny bitey.
We're going to need to do a couple of things here.
roasting on an open.
First thing is,
Tiny rodents nibbling at your
damn it.
testes.
First thing is, he doesn't have attack of opportunity, so you're able to run in. Second thing is, I can't believe
He has
this
no
is how-
nutsack.
Don't let this happen. Don't
Turns
let
out
this be
he's
how it
Action
goes
Man.
down. Don't let this be how it goes down. Make an athletics check.
Okay, athletics check.
Yes, you're going to try and climb up his leg.
Okay, that is 15.
A 15.
Yeah.
Good enough. Come on.
Come
Against
on.
his it is against his reflex DC. It is not enough. His leg.
For context, Caragor's reflex DC is 10.
Use reflex DC or reflex save.
Okay, my bad. My reflex save is 10.
Yeah, your reflex DC is your save plus 10.
Oh wow, my reflex
So-
is 20.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. But his is better than that.
Mine, actually.
He's actually very quick on his feet. That's something you've realised. As he lands back, he lands very lightly. So you wonder if there's maybe something going on there. But yes, he knocks you away as you grab at his robe. He manages to fling you aside. So you have two actions. One action left. One. Yeah, we used.
Can I try and do it again?
You can. Yes, go ahead.
All right. Well, then I shall. Haha. This time it is 25.
25. You're in his pants.
Yes! I get his nutsack between my teeth.
Fortunately, you have no actions left. You are now a mouse in the boss's underwear.
Damn right I am.
Welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
You've never listened before?
Fulton, it is your go.
So, are there any
Jam
adjacent enemies
Yeah,
together? So that I can take a swipe?
Yes, there are. Can you? You've got feats and things that let you do that.
Yeah,
An
I've got
ability.
swipe.
Okay.
You make a wide arching swing, make a melee strike, and compare the attack result to the AC of up to 2 foes, each of whom must be within your melee reach and adjacent to each other.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that against these two guards. They're the one who is stabbing at the mouse and the one who was stabbing at you. Both of them are next to each other.
Coolio.
Go and take your swipe. This is the hatchet, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
He's back, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a natural one.
Natural one.
Yes.
Battlestone.
And it might be a fumble. Is it a fumble?
Well,
Fulton Battlestone
Is shit.
I'm happy to tell you, Fulton Battlestone.
You've now got
Ross
a mouse inside your head.
I know what's coming.
That there are no confirms for fumbles. A natural 1 is a fumble. Just a natural 20 is a crit.
That's fine. Just give me the card.
So we get to, for the very first time on this podcast,
Yeah.
dip into the brand new fumble deck.
And
from
who
Paizo.
better than thanking me?
Ladies and gentlemen, our resident champion, it's Fulton Battlestone, receiving his treasured fumble card.
You'd like to go and read the appropriate entry
So
there?
it's a melee. You are slowed 1 until the end of your next turn.
What's it called?
It's called Who Was That?
Why? It was you!
I just swing it around my head and go, whoa, who's that? Yeah.
You did it to yourself. You're like a cat video on YouTube.
He did.
Oh my goodness.
Great.
I imagine that's a 2-action attack.
That is a 2-action
You've
attack.
got 1 action left.
Can I make another attack?
You may, yeah. You got you've got a -5 unless is the hatchet agile.
It is.
So yeah, you got -4.
What is the slowed condition affecting
I
your
will
attacks
tell
as
you.
well?
It is you have fewer actions when you start.
Oh no!
See? When you regain your actions at the start of your turn, reduce that number of actions by your slowed value.
So it's when you regain your actions, it doesn't kick in right now. So you have got that 1 action for
Yes.
this
So I'm
turn,
kinda-
and then
I'm on side.
Yeah.
That is a 15 plus 8 plus,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
gonna-
minus 4, and then minus 4.
yeah, that's going to hit. It's not going to be a crit.
Okay, cool. It's a shame that it's only a D6. But That is... For some reason, it's my strength as a bonus as well, isn't it?
Your strength bonus, yeah.
Why is it? I don't know. Put that on there. That is... 7.
And so much suspense.
The math's almost
7 points of damage to the man with the mouse in his cock.
No, it's not Engarthis. He's still
sorry. It's a non-mouse cock.
Fulton spins around, waving his axe in the air. Looks confused. The two priests kind of look at each other, wondering what he's doing, and then Fulton just hits one of them with the axe right in his arm, and the guy screams. So first damage, first blood within the Temple of Rasmir goes to Fulton Battlestone, and also first fumble. It is Engarthis go. Engarthis.
Is he going to make a check or something because he's in the gusty wind?
If he wants to move forwards through it, I believe he already made his save for this round of being in it. I don't believe you have to save multiple times in a round.
No, you don't.
Okay, cool. So
however, you can't move against the wind.
No, that's fine. So he can't actually come back into the room at you at the moment. I mean, at the moment, he's got other issues going on. He's got a mouse in his pants.
There's a rat in my boxes. What am I gonna do?
He puts his hand to his neck where he's got a glowing orange necklace on it, and he grips that. There is a smell of brimstone, and he flicks his hand out. A jet of flame darts from his hand and lands in the room behind you, as out of nowhere flames erupt from the ground, and 3 flaming dogs crawl up out of the ground, setting fire to some of the cushions around them as they do.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
I did, Brother Danny.
Was that arranged? Does he take a penalty?
No, it's not an attack.
Summon, wasn't it?
It was a summon. He used an item. He is then... God, how is he going to manage this? He's going to have to try
Put a
and do
dog
it.
in his pants.
He then attempts to punch the mouse.
Which sounds so much like a euphemism, it hurts. You've been punching the mouse, have you, Engarthis?
Oh, please,
how are we going to do?
Please give yourself a critical fail. That will...
It's not great. That is it's a 22.
What? Oh, it's not great.
Which would be a hit, but
Oh.
I'm going to say he needs to roll on a 5 or above on a d20. He's going to hit the mouse. Below that, it's a 7. He hits the mouse. Oh. I'm afraid he successfully punches you, and he deals. Okay, it's not for loads. It's not a load of damage. He deals 6 points of damage.
All right.
As he just starts punching at his own crotch as something moves around in it.
It's the picture that I really like. Yeah. It's the pictures we create, and it's all worth it for this moment.
They wouldn't be doing this in Critical Role, and that's why we're cool.
Big up Critical Role.
That's true. Yeah, big up.
Yeah, they are.
Oh dear.
Cool.
But there's no crotch punching in that?
Nah, there probably
that has
is.
been. They've got like
there's-
300 hours worth of
Yeah, I mean, you
material.
don't get through 300 hours without a crotch punch. Mate.
There's got to be a crotch punch
Like,
mouse
forget it.
pants.
Yeah, they're like the old
Sounds like
crotch.
I'm across the
Nickelodeon's
situation.
worst character. Crotch punch mouse pants.
He attempts to get he then starts trying to get the mouse out of his pants. So this is going to be against your reflex DC.
Keep the
Against
mouse
my reflex
I can
keep
see
the house
DC.
Scott coming out with a song.
It's a 19 against your reflex DC.
Which I
So
know.
it's your reflex save
Okay.
plus 10.
17.
17.
Shit.
He gets his hand in and he manages to pull Shania out.
Fuck off.
Crotch punch,
And he,
mouth pants.
flings the mouse
crotch
onto the ground.
punch, mouth
Fine.
pants.
You are out of his pants. You see a look across his eyes as you sail past him that seems to say, why didn't I go for that before trying to...
Yeah.
That was a needlessly risky endeavour. However, there are now 3 burning dogs in the room.
Sup,
I'm
dogs?
going to go and put them in right at the end of the initiative order, so they're going to act at the end there. But before that, Bubba Von Hoops gets to act.
Yeah, right. So in front of me...
So in front of you...
is Velda.
Yeah.
And there's 2 dudes next to him, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to change what I was going to do, because that's changed since it come to me. All right. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to... from where I am, conjure magic missile, just because I want to get these 2 dudes away from Velda.
An excellent idea how you're firing it. So you've got 2 guys fighting Velda.
So I'm going to go... has one of them been hit? Or is one of them...
no, neither of them have been injured.
I say slam them all in one person, because my next turn I can hit the other one.
Okay, that's what I'll do. I'll slam the one to the right of him, I guess. They take 2...
4,
6, 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right, that's good. So you blast one of them with a volley of missiles, and they look over and see you approaching. That's your whole turn, isn't it?
That's it, I'm afraid.
Which means it is the dogs' go. The burning dogs. So
That's why I was going to be better.
It's all right, mate.
I thought I was going to be better.
It's all right, mate. We'll try again in 10 minutes.
the burning dogs.
Sit back.
Get a warm flannel.
The first one opens its jaws.
Warm flannel.
And it breathes flame over the cone that it can get. It's going to get Fulton and two of the priests.
Okay. That's fair. That's good.
So I need a reflex save for Fulton.
Natural one.
No, it wasn't. No, it's a 7.
It's a 7.
Oh.
It just looked like an
Just
action.
expecting it now.
It turns out after all this time, his D20 is just 1s. That's what it is.
18. No, that was my fortune. 8 plus 7.
15.
15.
A 15. Okay. 15 makes it.
Oh.
So you get half. You're gonna get. Oh no! Wait. Sorry. No, it doesn't.
Oh, he giveth and he taketh away, doesn't he?
That's the other guy's stats. Because
away.
I've got to look at theirs. Although one of them passes, but doesn't get a critical success. So Fulton, you take 1, 2, 3, 9. You take 14 points of fire damage, as does the other guy in the room. So he is looking real badly hurt.
So I went over the guy that was fighting as well.
Yeah, both of the guys you were fighting got caught in the flame as well.
Why is he sacrificing his men?
The dogs, the other dog, angles its breath weapon and opens fire in a way that will hit Caragor, Shania, and one of the guys. This one's a little further over in the room. So I need reflex saves from Caragor and Fulton. And this poor guy who fails.
And me.
Shania.
Okay, cool.
DC 19 basic reflex save.
But we're confirming that is a guy.
26.
Yeah?
The mouse is a guy. A 26, that is a pass, not a critical pass.
29.
A 29 is a critical success. Caragor One Fang takes no damage as you roll under the flame as it comes at you. Shania, you take half damage. The poor guy takes full damage. It's 5, 10. So Shania, you take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
The priest takes 13 points and is turned to cinders. Ooh, poor guy is just turned to dust.
Quite a good round for us so far.
Go dogs.
And the dog then moves up to the third dog moves up to Caragor, doesn't use its breath weapon, and makes an attack.
Hey boy, come on.
That's a 19.
Hey.
21 AC.
21 AC fails, and it's going to use its last action to try and bite you again, but with the penalty. A natural 20. So that's a critical hit. It is not. It doesn't get a card because he's not a named character. It does do double damage.
Well, what's your name? Ow, what's your name? Yeah, you little bitch. Yeah.
Loving these natural 20s.
Might actually be a bitch.
Max damage. He does 24 points of regular damage.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Hey, come here. Hey, go. Oh!
Latching
God.
onto your...
6 points of fire damage.
Shit.
And 5 points of evil damage.
So, I'm sorry.
Evil
what?
damage.
That is a thing. Evil alignment damage. These are dogs from hell.
What? So just being evil damages you?
Because it's not evil. It's not like an evil thing. It's a hell hound. So it is a hound from hell. It is biting you with the very essence of evil.
Wow. So the total was 34.
That's quite a lot of damage.
Wow.
34 points of damage. Okay.
That was almost the most you could roll, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was one under the
Yeah.
most I could roll. That was an 8, a 6, and a 5.
Evil damage. Sounds really lame. Is there good damage then as well?
Yeah. Get good damage. Felder, it's your go.
Cool. I am going to. There's no disengage, is there? Like a 5-foot step or anything like that in what we've done this.
You can take a step action, which moves you 5 feet and doesn't provoke. But remember, not everything has attack of op, but it's up to you to decide to guess whether or not it does.
So the wind stopped. Just remind me of the battlefield. So we've got 2 guys in front of me.
You've got 2 guys in front of you. Behind them, you've got the wind blowing with Engarthis.
The wind has just gone.
Oh, the wind has gone.
It's
Okay.
stopped.
So beyond them, you've got Engarthis.
Yeah.
And then you've got the room in which there are now 3 hellhounds, a priest, Caragor Fulton, and Mouse Shania.
Right.
Bubba is behind you.
How far away is it? 15 feet.
Is who?
Because I think when I started my last round, I was 45 feet away. So is it now?
The room, yeah.
15 feet away,
yeah.
okay. I have to get the weapons to everyone else, so I am going to...
And some potions at this rate.
Some potions. I'm going to look at Bubba, like nod like a thanks for the magic missiles, but I'm going to step around the guy in front of me and not get an attack of op.
It does not have attack
Yes!
opportunity.
I'm going to run forward.
Yep.
How many action points would it be to take weapons out of the bag?
So you can draw and hand a weapon to somebody as one action. So you've got one move action to move up next to. You can get close to 2 people basically. So you can get Caragor and it's either Caragor and Shania or Caragor and Fulton.
Okay, I'm going to run and get close to Caragor and Fulton.
So that's one move, one action. Second action.
Who acts first?
I think I'm... no, Caragor's next.
Caragor's
and
next.
then it's me.
Who you've got your hatchet. haven't you?
Fulton's got a hatchet, yeah, he hasn't got.
Okay, I'm going
Caragor's
to
currently
draw. Does your 2 scimitars count as 2 actions?
Yes, because it's 2 items.
Yes, 2 items. Okay, I'm just going to draw. What are the weapons you got in there?
Kukri, longbow.
Cuckoo's a little knife, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a Bowie knife.
I grab a scimitar and I chuck it to give it to Caragor.
Did somebody say Bowie?
Yeah.
Well, now he's here. Okay, you grab a kukri, you hand it to Caragor. You have a kukri now, Caragor.
No, scimitar.
Scimitar.
No.
Yeah.
There's no
What?
scimitars.
There's no scimitar.
Oh, there's no scimitars.
No.
So it's a kukri or your...
Longbow.
Kukri or
That's why I
longbow.
yeah, you said what weapons have I got? I said kukri and longbow.
Isn't the kukri like a little knife?
It is.
It's a Bowie knife.
Oh, well.
Did somebody say Bowie?
Okay, fine. Yeah. I see what you mean now.
We
So
had that
that's-
whole discussion about how there's no cutlasses in second edition.
There
at
is,
the
there
moment,
is, but
So,
so
I spent
you-
that time buying kukris instead.
All right, I'll
few
give you a
games
little
ago.
kukri.
Thanks.
Okay, you hand the kukri to Caragor. Caragor has now got a kukri. You have one action left.
I hand the great axe to Fulton.
You pull the great axe out and hand it to Fulton. Fulton now has his axe.
You're welcome.
A good go, I think, by any metric from Velda.
Little Velda scuttling about.
Yeah. Here you go.
There you go. There's a weapon. Fight them. Kill them.
It is now the priest's go. The priest who is in the room, who was yelled at by Caragor and then set on fire by the dogs, looks at the dogs, turns and runs out of the room past Engarthis.
He's okay. Couple of questions on him. Was he not cooked to cinders when I got fried?
No, there were two.
No, one of them was.
Okay, he was the other one.
He was the one who did slightly better. He was the one who took slightly less damage. So he is still alive.
The other one then?
One of them is just ash.
The other one is, in fact, still being grappled by me.
Yes, it is. So he needs to try and make a. He needs to try and get out of that. So he's going to try and make an athletics check to get free. That is not great. That is a 17 against your athletics DC. So it's your athletics score plus 10.
Okay, 20.
20. He does not get free.
No, stand where you are, mate.
Tries again. Fails again.
Oh dear.
And he tries once more with a massive penalty and fails. He spends his entire go struggling against Caragor trying to get free, but he's not able to do it.
Nope. I'll see you.
Not
Stand
so
there.
good. The other two, he's just in a mad panic trying to get away from the dogs before they set him on fire again.
I'm using him as a shield at the moment.
Nice. The other two, who are back down the corridor, Velda kind of just slips between them and runs off. They look amongst themselves, and then they see Bubba standing down the corridor, having just fired his magic missiles. And both of them run for Bubba.
Oh, I was hoping they're going to follow me.
One of them takes a swing at Bubba. He's going to have 2 attacks left after he moves over to close to you. Actually, what's the range on magic missile? Because you didn't.
120 feet. I haven't moved from the door, which you said was, I think, 45 feet away.
Yeah, 45 feet. So he's got to use 2 move. They both could move 2 move actions to get you, because they only get 1 attack each.
Okay.
First attack.
And they don't take a minus on it, do they? Because they haven't attacked yet.
They don't know, because they haven't attacked just yet.
Okay.
So here's first attack. That is going to be a 20.
Doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit. And the other guy. Oh, the other guy is better. That is a 25.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. Hits you for 6 points of damage.
Right.
He runs up and stabs you. And the two of them are now fighting you. But that is their whole go. That is all the priests can do. Caragor, it's your go. You have a priest grabbed.
I got a priest grabbed and I got a dog chewing my fucking arm off.
Yep.
So, is there any way I can... This guy was trying to get away previously. I'm not averse to letting him do that because it takes him out the fight. So, can I throw him at a dog?
Yeah.
Or can I throw him at Engarthis?
You can throw him at either of those. You need to make another athletics check to try and shove him. It's basically a bull rush, so you've got to shove him in the direction. But yeah, if you make an athletics check, if you make it...
Will the recipient of such an attack be moved or damaged?
They will not be damaged, no. They will
be knocked prone, maybe?
They won't be knocked prone. Unless if you critically succeed, maybe we'll see. But
if I throw a human being at a dog...
Yeah, but you're shoving him. You're not the Hulk picking him up and throwing him across it. Like you have him sort of round the neck, and you're just shoving him forwards into him. So it'll be inconvenient.
Okay. Or I could just. Would I be at a disadvantage or a penalty to attacking the dog whilst I've got hold of this guy? Does he count as cover? Have I got cover behind him?
I'll certainly give you some extra AC for using him as cover. If you can, you'll have to use an action to maintain the grapple to keep him where he is.
Well then, yeah, I'm going to do that whilst slicing at the dog.
All right, go ahead. So first of all, one action for a grapple check to keep him.
So I have to make the grapple check.
You've got to make the grapple to keep him at bay. You've got to make remake the grapple every turn to maintain.
17.
17. You maintain the grapple. You've still got.
You're going to be my faith shield. You are going to guard me against the enemies of Razmir. That's what you're going to do.
Okay. And then you attack the dog.
Slice down with a kukri. On a 14.
A 14 is a miss, I'm afraid.
Man, these dogs are going to kill us.
You have one action left.
I'm going to attack again.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. That's 11.
An 11, no good. You take 2 swings. You're not able to attack to get through the dog's defenses. Shania Mouse, you're still a mouse.
Shania goes straight for Engarthis' nuts again.
Okay. This is...
Got any healing in there, Druid?
Yes.
Hey, if the Druid wants to play out this entire encounter as a mouse, then...
in someone's pants.
It might come good. It's an athletics check to try and climb up his legs and back into his pants.
And that is 23.
You're in his pants again.
Yeah. I've got more actions, right?
Yeah.
So, his nutsack is in my teeth.
Actions. Go ahead and make an attack against his nuts.
Okay, so the attack is 15.
An attempt to bite his nuts. Yep. 15 does not get through his armor class.
He's got really well-armored nuts.
He has got... You do not... He's moving around. He's swatting at you, trying to get you out. Right. You don't manage to get a bite on. You can make another attempt to bite him if you like.
It'll be at a minus...
Yeah, a minus... Well, we will say that a mouse counts as an agile weapon, so yeah, you get a -4 to this.
All right, -4 to this one. Come on. No, it's like 15 again.
15, no good. Shania Rain climbs into Engarthis' pants and runs around in his pants.
All right.
A solid round there for Shania Rain. It's Fulton Battlestone.
Okie dokie, I'm gonna hit somebody with a hatchet. Sorry, can I? So just.
Oh my god! If you did, I'd actually stop.
Imagine just like, throw that away. Is it in my hand, or do I have to swap a weapon?
I gave it
dropping.
to you.
Dropping the axe is a free. Dropping the hatchet is a free action.
Cool. I'll drop the hatchet, and then I'll.
So yeah, you have it ready.
And then because I've got slowed one, I've got -1 action, right?
Yes. I think it's only for 1 round that you're slowed, isn't it? So yeah, for this one, so you have you'll have 2 actions for this round, and then you lose the status.
And can I do a swipe again?
Yep, you can do a swipe and hit 2 dogs.
Coolio.
Do a swipe and hit Karagor and one of the guys.
Yeah, I think I'll do that instead. That's 13, 14.
Get them dogs.
18.
18. Miss.
What are these things made of?
So that is my go because that's 2 actions.
Okay.
Swipe. So
take a swing, but you miss both of the dogs. Engarthis is going to take his turn. So his first thing is he's going to make an athletics check. He pulls the mouse from his pants. That might be a critical success.
What did he get?
So he gets a 29. What is
29.
your athletics DC?
My athletics is 9.
9.
So 29.
So 19.
Oh, 19.
So 29 is exactly a critical success, which means he pulls you from his pants and he flings you over his shoulder down into the snake pit.
Fuck.
You go sailing down, you hit the ground, and you take. I need a reflex save to try and reduce the falling damage, or to try and stop yourself being knocked prone.
Okay, my reflex is 21.
21. You manage to land on your feet. You take 5 points of falling damage, and you are down on the ground, Tiny Mouse. He then has... I mean, that probably does count as an attack, so he will be taking an attack penalty now. He then moves up to... He moves over to Velda, who is the closest one into the room. And he punches Velda. So he's using unarmed attacks, but he strikes with a palm strike. That is a 22.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a critical hit,
Not
but
a
it's a
critical
hit.
hit, but it's a hit. So he hits you for 7 points of damage as he smashes you in the back of the ribs with a palm strike. He then assumes a fighting stance. Bubba Von Hoops, you got 2 guys fighting you.
I'm going to cast Mirror Image,
Very good idea.
which makes an illusionary image of me swirl around, and then there's 3 of me.
Suddenly there are 3 bubbas.
3 bubbas standing in front of these 2 dudes, and they're looking all like, what the hell? And then,
Yeah,
as my last action,
yeah.
I'm gonna
Run away.
do Inspire Courage.
All right.
Whoa.
You start singing.
Oh yeah. And I start saying, oh my God, there's dogs in the room. They're flaming around, but I'm like, boom, I'm going to cast spells and we're going to get going. All of you lot, you better start snowing on them flaming dogs. Oh, flaming dogs, say flaming dogs, say flaming dogs. We're going to kill you, flaming dogs.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am inspired.
I am inspired.
Yeah.
Okay. How's everyone feeling hit point wise? Because the dogs are about to take a go.
Oh, boy.
46. I'm on.
What time are we on, Colin? Episode
Yeah, I think we do. And that's where we leave it for tonight, right?
I feel like it'd be nice to take a little go. Would you feel like taking a little dog go here? Feel like taking a little.
I mean, I
go
guess
at the bottom of the
I
Just
guess
do
the dogs
it.
is the end of the initiative, isn't it?
Just do it.
I'm in
Okay.
desperate trouble if anything hits me bad.
So the 3 dogs make their way. The 3 dogs approach you as a group. One of them goes for Fulton. That is a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit me, my friend. Let me just get my calculator ready to just minus all those hit points off.
This is hard. These things are horrible.
Sorry, there's 4 of me, by the way, not 3 of me. There's
4 of you.
me, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Sorry, I just had to clear that up.
I need to do this because something important will happen after we get through this. I'm assuming any of you are still alive. That is going to be. That's 11 points of piercing damage, 5 points of evil damage, and 5 points of fire damage.
Coolio.
Still up?
Yeah, I'm on 25.
So he attacks again.
Oh, well, if I said no, and I just faked death, would you just left me alone?
Maybe.
Oh.
Or maybe I'll coup de grace you, like you did to my poor off-air character. Second attack is going to be a miss. Third attack.
Fucking hell.
You just got a natural 20, didn't you?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my
shit.
God. Yep, Fulton's dead.
Is this where we're going to leave it for tonight?
No, I'm rolling this damage, baby. I don't have to remember that until our next recording session. So it's not great on the crit. So he does 10 points of regular damage.
Automatically, yeah?
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, cool.
So 10 points of regular. This is including the crit. He rolled minimum damage on that. Another 5 points of evil damage and another 5 points of fire damage. What do you want?
5 hit points.
5 hit points.
Oh,
Fulton Battlestone
shit.
is still on his feet.
Shit.
The other dog.
Oh, he's going to go for me, probably.
The other dog goes for Caragor.
I desperately try and wheel this punk in front of me in the way
Alright.
of the dog.
So you've got an extra. You've got a +2 to your AC.
Okay.
Did like 41 hit points of damage.
They are really nasty. 25.
Ugh, yeah, just beats it. I'd say that. Yeah, okay. I mean, an entire body covering my body. I'd say it was. Alright, fine. Yeah.
11 points of regular, 4 points of evil, 3 points of fire.
Would that make 18 total?
Yes, it would.
Then Caragor falls to the floor.
It gets around the guy, bites Caragor, and just throws him to the ground. Caragor One Fang is down. The dog then uses its next action to move. Moves over to Velda and tries to use its final attack on Velda.
If you get a natural 20.
That is a...
Oh, no, wait. He only needs to...
My class is poor.
Yeah.
Wait, he has a -8. Or is it attack?
It is
minus 10.
It's a 12.
Yeah, that's a fail.
That's a miss.
That's a miss.
Yeah, he takes a bite, but you jump out of the way just in time to turn around and see the other dog bearing down you. It breathes in. It has not used its flame attack, and it breathes fire on you, Velda. I need a reflex save. Your reflex is pretty good.
Please.
It is pretty good.
Can you use your... It's either you take full damage or half damage, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
No,
or you might
critical.
take, if a critical success, you take no damage. Okay.
I'm going to use my hero point to...
All right. Roll twice, take the better.
First roll is 11.
11 would have
So
been a
that
fail.
Gives me a 21.
Oh, 21? Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the other.
So 21. That was a waste of hero point.
A 21, that's a success. It's not a critical success, which reduces it to just 8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As you duck under, as you take half damage. And then it has one action left. Because breathing fire is one action. It then has one action.
We are all...
This could be a TPK.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Really
I
could be.
was sort of clocking it when the druid got knocked down into the pit. I sort of was timing that down by that.
That is going to be...
Wait, is he in range to attack me?
he's one action to breathe fire, one action to move up to you, one action to attack. So
it takes a penalty on this.
He takes a
attack.
penalty because he's done his flaming.
To hit
breath.
bonus
He's done his
is
breath
mad.
weapon.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
he gets a -5. So that gives that
Maybe
11.
maybe we should have ended on 5 episodes in this record.
Yeah.
They're going for 6.
That's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, even with Inspired Courage, that's a hit.
Okay.
Zelda's down. It's not going to survive.
How many hit points you got left?
He's only got 14.
Okay, so Velda goes down as well.
You get a +1 to your saves.
And as that happens, having brought you down, the 3 dogs then crumble and turn down to ash. So they are gone, but still standing up are still up on their feet. Are 3 of the priests, albeit one of them trying to run, but Caragor and Velda are lying on the floor, badly burned, badly bleeding. Fulton is standing over them. Shania, as a mouse, is lying, is down on the floor in the bottom of the pit. Bubba is staring down both of the people who are trying to fight him. And that is where we leave it for tonight.
Mate.
What a total
Change of
mood.
things.
Like, we were like, yeah, let's do it. It's so funny how the mood just goes, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Giving down a minute.
He is writing down his numbers. Try and kill us with a
Pen.
Plumbers?
with some bumbers. Yeah, some bumbers.
Give it down a minute.
All right.
60 seconds to write down which one of the club will fall down in the next episode. Sorry.
So are we recording going straight into this episode?
Yeah, here we go.
let's
You
do
ready?
it. All right, ready?
Cool.
After 1, 2, 3, then do it.
After 3 and then do it. Yeah, and what we're saying?
After 3, not on 3.
Hey, Dan. We haven't spoken to the Dangerlings in a
All
while.
right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
crisis for the geek kind. Top geek officials admit they underestimated the hipsters' defense capability. Join the geek revolution and save the galaxy. Geeks from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future. They're doing their part. Are you? Want to know more? Join Weeby Geeks and the Geek Revolution and save the world. Service guarantees citizenship. Listen to Weeby Geeks podcast on iTunes and Stitcher or online at weebygeeks.net. Weeby Geeks, your voice for the Geek Revolution. Want to know more?